And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. Big series.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's how you pick up a 1st down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the 1st down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant.
Watch out, watch out.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Murray gets this one to Isabella. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brees, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Brees now. Open man is Michael Thomas. 23 yards. The final tally. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready. 5-9.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Ready. Yellow lady. Kill.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Check. Hey, Foxtrot.
Strip the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals 7, Saints nothing.
Set. 5-8. Hey, kill. We got 4. 13.
Mike 4.
Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Check 1 and 2, man. That's good. That guy's good.
Watch tight end. Mike 4.
Hey, check.
Hey, kill.
Mike 4. Here we go.
Mike 4. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Mike 4.
Yo.
Brees to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, You and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Both sevens to Mike. Both sevens to Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Murray with a third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be fourth and long. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. This is Jones. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's second and inches at the Saints 43.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Second down, Murray sets to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. On first and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. The pass complete. It's Bird. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
It's caught inside the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Breeze. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Mike, easy, opposite.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions cool.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got a man. Complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And it's no good. Lutz pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Pretty move. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Bird to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now it's Ginn. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Terrell Suggs make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw is Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Bird on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 41-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Alex Anzalone able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Ginn. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score, and the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 16-yard
Go
line.
full street. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 31.
Here's another of the Cardinal backs. This is David Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch it.
They're going for it. It's Murray. It's caught. Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First down, Murray. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Right there. 54.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Complete to Jones. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A.J. Klein picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his second. Touchdown of the afternoon. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get point.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first.